talented Marc Calvary.
All right, so what I've done for Marc is I also furiously spent a couple of days, and by days I mean minutes, prepared another presentation for Marc. The surprise presentation we had earlier in the fall was about the Scoville scale and the amounts of capsaicin and spiciness in peppers. Now I've got a new one today. So put your hands together. For someone who's had like half an hour to study from notes, we're going to learn in like 4 minutes about why it's about running without shoes. So these are your paid for. Be nice, be supportive.
Thanks for this single boo I got. No, that's good. That's a good way to start. Okay, first off, I'm drunk. My friend waited at least 45 minutes after I started drinking to tell me that I was going to come on stage.
Did not.
Secondly, I want to blame my ex-girlfriend and before-mentioned ex-friend for putting me in here to begin with. Now, I heard that when you do public speaking, you're supposed to imagine everyone without their clothes on. However, I have a very weak imagination, so if anyone could actually take their clothes off, it would help a whole lot. And we begin. Running without shoes, or at least in flatter ones. Not just for hippies anymore. This is actually a picture of my brother. He once told me in all seriousness, and I swear to God, that the reason why he was so unkept, that he did not cut his hair or shave his horribly huge unibrow, was because if he did, women would attack him. That he wouldn't be able to keep the women off of him, and he was trying to stay, good for his wife. He's now divorced and just as dirty as he is. This is my bottle that I'm actually drinking. I can't let go. We'll come back. Keep that close. We have lots of body padding. This is a superhero helmet. That is a chest place of righteousness. This is a chastity belt. These are winter gloves, and those are boobs. There's absolutely nothing interesting I can say about this picture. I really tried for at least half an hour. I tried to come up with some kind of a joke or something interesting to say, and everything I could come to was involving a commercial from like the 90s, and so we're going to skip this slide. Oh, but they do reduce impact on body parts. He told me to read the title. He's a stickler. So we stay healthy. This guy actually gave me horrible nightmares as a kid. I remember him. It's mostly because of his hair. White afro, yes. And now I'm actually comparing my body type to his. And I'm really only like 3 push-ups away from being him. But running shoes are bad, which is scientifically proven by the giant X over the running shoe. I mean, really, you can't argue with that. I have notes. It's a marathon grease Spartan warrior sandals. Actually, this is actually only one picture. This is a logo. These shoes have evolved from a rich history to something you'd see on a teenage girl on the subway. But still, they're way better than Uggs. Which I have to digress for a moment and tell you the story of my friend Kat, the one that introduced me, my ex-friend. And her story about Uggs, I think, is the greatest story in the world. She can't wear Uggs, even when they're like really popular and she was young enough to wear Uggs. Gosh, he'd strip down to everything except his tidy whities and his Uggs. And that's how he would recline and watch TV, you know, sports, whatever. And so every time she sees Uggs, she thinks of her middle-aged father with his gut hanging out and his hairy chest wearing Uggs. And so that keeps her away from wearing Uggs. So if any of you wearing Uggs, think of that in your mind. Abibi Bikila, which I actually had to write phonetically, so I had to make sure to pronounce it somewhat correct, won the 1960 Rome Marathon barefoot. Little known fact is that he actually only took 2 steps to win this award because of his enormous feet. This is actually 24 inches right here. Okay, I'm sorry, this page is incorrect. Actually, Steve didn't say this. It says the quote here is the best pace is a suicide pace, and today is a good day to die. That actually was overheard at the bar when I was told I would have to get up and public speak. And this is actually not Phil Nite. This is my grandfather. I have no idea how this picture got in here. I'm very sorry. Can we, Phil Nite from Nike. You know, this is actually not him. This is my grandfather. He's a really nice guy. This is a page of shoes from my childhood. This is the first pair of shoes I was wearing when I got my ass kicked for wearing ugly shoes. This pair I didn't like, so I sold them on eBay. This one right here, this one someone bought for me because they worked at Foot Locker and they had a discount. And that pair down there I like, so I keep it. But they actually increase injuries, which has still nothing to do with what I've been talking about. 10% of Achilles injuries, 10 times. Achilles, thank you very much. Stickler. 7 times this other thing. And 13 times fashion models. Human feet absorb pain and help you naturally correct problems. This is good. We can't really argue with this. Cushioned shoes cover up small problems until they become big problems. This sounds like something you should worry about, but really, come on. We're all doing something bad for ourselves. We're smoking, we're drinking, we're doing something bad. Now I have to worry about shoes? That's ridiculous. This is a page filled with lots of text and no funny pictures, which is really hard to write about. But here's an uncredited quote. If you notice, it's uncredited. I think he wrote it. A lot of foot and knee injuries currently plaguing us are caused by people running with shoes that actually make our feet weak. Cause us to overpronate, which really, honestly, if I want to explain what overpronate is, a second later, I really shouldn't even bother with overpronate. I should just skip to ankle rotation. And give us knee problems. Until 1972, when the modern athletic shoe was invented, people ran in very blah, 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 blah. Listen, the point is, they look even more stupid than they did in the original shoes. Oh, but they didn't get hurt. Stellar. So wear less padded shoes. Which is, I think, the theme of all our lives, to wear less padded shoes. Except with place kicking, which I think this photograph is something to do with football. I'm almost positive it has something to do with football. You say ouch. Or New York, the greatest place on earth.